Hello everyone, it's Kirsten with another Scrivener 3 video for dummies. Today we are talking about the outliner view for absolute beginners. So if you're finding Scrivener a little overwhelming, don't worry, you're not alone. Today we're going to get into it and I'm going to show you a few basics. So I want you to think of the outliner view as a bird's eye view of your entire project. So first we're going to open the outliner view. All right, so I have opened my Scrivener project. The first thing we need to do is get into the outliner view. So look at the top of your Scrivener window. You're going to see three little buttons, one that looks kind of like a piece of paper, one that looks like a series of index cards, and the other one that looks kind of like a list. So this is what we're going to push. This is how we get into the outliner view. So I have selected my draft and I am in outliner view. So ta-da, we're here. If I want to look a little bit deeper at the different scenes that are making up my sections, I'm just going to open up the chapters so that I can see a little bit more about what is happening. What you're seeing is chapters and scenes laid out in a nice table, kind of like a spreadsheet. This makes it easy to look at your whole project at once. So each row in the outliner has a short summary of what's in the scene chapter. So I've written a little synopsis for each one. And if you don't see these, all you have to do is go up into the menu at the top of your screen and hit View Outliner Options and make sure that the synopses are selected. Now, the cool thing is this allows us to tag our scenes in some different ways. So for example, maybe I want to add some labels to my scenes. So I can click on the label option. Now, I need to say what each of these colors is going to mean. So let's assume that my novel is told in two points of view. So this one is going to be Avi's point of view. That's what red's going to symbolize. And orange is going to be the antagonist's point of view. Now I can go into the outliner view and I can pick which scenes, I can indicate which scenes are in which person's point of view. And maybe for me, this is going to help me understand whether I have a balance between the two point of views by seeing how I'm alternating and how that's working. Now, the other thing that you'll see is this item titled status. This is really handy for keeping track of where you are in your manuscript. So for example, let's say with this scene 1, it's something that I have written a first draft of. For scene 2, I'm in progress with it. I haven't completed it yet. Scene 3, I still have to do this one. So this is a way that I can kind of keep track of where I am in my manuscript and the work that I have to do when I sit down to write, which is also handy. Now, if you want, you can customize the outliner view in other ways. For example, if you want to, all you have to do is go to View, Outliner Options, and let's say I want to know how many words I have in each scene. I can put in my word count for each scene. And now I can track and I can see if my scenes and my chapters are roughly even, which is really handy. So I would encourage you to play around a little bit with some of those outliner options. And of course, just like with other areas of Scrivener, I can rearrange my scenes here. If I'm looking at my scene and I think I want to move a chunk of my writing, I can move the scene here in the outliner view. It also moves it in the binder. So it's completely changed the order of my words. And I can do that in the outliner view, or I can do it in the binder. So that's really handy dandy. So that's it. The outliner is kind of like your project's dashboard. You can see your synopses, you can see whatever key information you want to be tracking by label, you can see the status of different scenes, how many word counts you have. And so it's just another really great way to keep track of your manuscript and all its moving parts. Happy writing, and I'll see you next time with some more Scrivener tips.